Hello, welcome to our live video. My name is Geoff Putz. I'm the Director of Operations here at National Flooring Equipment. We're coming to you live today from our Minneapolis facility where we do the majority of our manufacturing to include building this bad boy right here. That is a brand spanking new National 5700 DL, which we have the pleasure of showing you today how to replace the charger in this unit. This video would apply for any variant of the 5700 unit, as well as replacing a charger in the 7700 unit. For today's fairly simple repair, we're going to be utilizing a basically one tool, and that is preferably a 7/32 hex bit. This one is roughly 4 inches long. And it's attached to a 3/8 drive ratchet. You can also use a hex tool, your standard key, T-handle, once again, 7/32 SAE standard. But it's far easier to have this little bad boy right here. Safety always comes first at National. I'm wearing my safety glasses today. I have my gloves on. It's fairly easy and fairly straightforward, but it's always good to err on the side of caution. So without further ado, I'm going to roll you on in here. We're going to take a look at the charger assembly. All right. So there in the center of your screen right here, you'll see this is the National charger assembly for the 5700 and or 7700 units. And there are just two socket head cap screws that hold this in, which is what we're using our 7/32 hex tool for. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here, get my ratchet going. Flashlight's real nice. You can see right here I have a magnetic LED flashlight. Definitely should invest in one of those. And I'm going to go ahead and unbolt this charger. The screws are just right up here in the top. And then once they get to the point they're pretty loose, I'll either take the tool off of the ratchet or use my standard hex key. Just loose up the back one here. And you can see here with the longer socket, I'm able to clear the backside of the charger here. You could do it with a shorter socket, but you're going to end up having a few more turns to get it out. So that one's pretty loose. Let's just check the front one here. I think we got a little more to go on this one. All right. They're both pretty loose. I'm just going to come in here with my handheld tool, supporting the bottom of the charger with my hand. All right, that one is loose and out. Sounds like I'm playing wind chimes here on the top of the charger. All right. So let's sneak in the back one here. All right. We are free. Now I will be unplugging the cord assembly right here. You can see. And carefully grabbing the charger and sliding it out of the front here. All right. Got my hardware. Okay, and now we have removed the charger. And so there are two more connections on the back here. This is the connection that goes up to all of the controls on the rider. So we will hold this, my legs here, and just simply push the two tabs on the gray connector, pull them apart. Blue connector is kind of your standard battery style terminal connector, and just pull that apart. So now we are free and clear of the unit. This is generally the piece that you would be replacing. You would get the charger with the bracket. If for some reason you ordered just the charger and you were going to reuse the existing bracket, you would use a 7/16 socket, wrench, etc., and you would remove the 4 nuts off of here and install your new charger. The key to that is if you are utilizing the original plate, you need to make sure these 2 holes are at the top. And the top is with the cord on the top side facing you. Graphics on the charger obviously are legible. Otherwise, you'll get it all the way back in there and then have to take it back out and bolt it on the other way. These are the holes that the charger plate is mounted to the rider with. Let me pull the cord out of here. So this is your cord. If you're in North America, it would look very similar. In other parts of the world with a different end on it would be the same. This is called an IEC connector. And so all of our chargers utilize that. And you'll be reusing the cord that is on your unit. You'll notice here, these are the socket head cap screws that I removed from the machine. There we go. So we'll be reusing all the hardware, provided that the screws are in good shape and that the threads are in good shape. Feel free to reuse those. You shouldn't have an issue at all. Like most things, taking it apart is a little easier than putting it back together. Putting it back together isn't terribly difficult. It's one of those situations for those of you who work on things regularly where it's just a matter of sequence. So this is the trick. We're going to install our new charger. First and foremost, in the reverse order of how we took it apart, I'm going to grab the connectors from inside, plugging in the battery connector, followed by the charger connector for the controls. You hear it click, click. That means you're good to go. Now, we're going to carefully slide this back in. Just kind of move the hoses out of your way with your hand there. All right. So what I like to do is I like to get the front one started first. Makes it easier just to kind of get a starting point. And once again, I personally like to use my handheld tool just to do this, just to make sure I can get in there, I can feel it, make sure I'm not cross-threading and that I'm lined up. So we'll sneak in past our hoses here. Feed that around. You could plug it in now if you wanted to. I prefer not to. It's just easier not to sit and fight it. All right. So I have my bolt with the washer already on there. And sneak that in like so. The nice thing is, and it's harder to see on the camera, but with the light here, it's real easy to see the tapped hole in the frame of the rider, which makes it very, very easy from this angle. I have a nice little shop stool here, or if you're on your hands and knees, that's fine too. Makes it a lot easier to kind of see where you're going. So I will come in here, get the screw on my socket or on my wrench, coming in with the other hand, lifting up slightly to get started. Not quite there yet. Real close, but not quite. There we go. Going up. It's like anything, you just have to get it started. All right, so we're gonna get that one threaded in so that it's snug, but not too tight. Probably about 5 revolutions. Now the back one. So sneaking in back here. We might have to come back in and just kind of massage that one back on the cable. The cable, there we go. You can hear I got it into place. Now I will come in with my tool. And I'm just giving it a little nudge here on the bottom to just help articulate the back up. You can see my left hand down here, just pushing right here. She just popped right into place. Getting that as snug as I can with the hand tool. Now going back to my ratchet to get it nice and snugged up. Okay. Snug up the back one. They are both tight. Now finally reconnecting the IEC connector right here to my charger. And we've now completed the process. To test our charger, to verify that the charger that we have has been installed correctly and is functioning properly, you will utilize your company supplied by National. This is a 7-foot, very heavy duty 12-gauge extension cord, which is what we recommend charging our ride-on scrapers with on a dedicated 20 amp circuit preferably. So I'll use that. Plug it into the wall here. And over here to my pigtail on my machine. Plugging it in. And you will see we have illumination here. The light that you see blinking right down here is indicating that we have voltage, the correct voltage, and that we have power. Over here, you'll see different levels of amperages. And so you can see here that the charger is charging the batteries at 15 amps. There's a special cycle in here for our batteries. It's called an algorithm. And the charger is very intelligent. It's sensing where the batteries are at and deciding how much power it should give the batteries at this time. So we have completed our repair. There we go. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for spending the time with us today. If you would like to learn more, have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and post in the chat. Otherwise, you can check out our website, nationalequipment.com. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, and you'll be seeing a lot more of us. Thank you for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.